Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I am building a farm here in the world of Brindleton Bay, and this time it's for a collab that I am doing with Elliandra, which I am so excited about. We have collabed before in the past, but it's been a while. I want to say like a year and a half, maybe even 2 years by now. I'm not exactly sure, but I was just really excited to collab with her again and really excited to share this house with you guys. We decided to do this kind of 50-50 build style, so in this half of the video you guys will see the entire exterior come together, and then in her half of the video you guys will see the entire interior come together, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like at this point. I haven't seen any screenshots or sneak peeks, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how the interior comes together, because we did decide to do this whole pastel color scheme, so you will see that come together on the exterior, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it ties together on the interior. But I will have a link to her half of the video in the description so you guys can find that really easily, but I'll also have a link to her channel in general in the description as well as in the end card. She is absolutely one of my favorite simmers, so definitely check her out. She is such a sweetheart. I did get to spend a lot of time with her when I went to London, and then I will be able to see her again when I go to EA Play, and I'm really looking forward to it because she was so much fun and so sweet. But her channel is amazing. Like, she does so many different types of videos. She does a bunch of creative sims, and her sims are probably the most adorable, cute, pretty sims. I love every single one of them. I love her apartments, her speed builds. She does a bunch of fun challenges, mod reviews, CC finds, and showcases, all different types of videos, so definitely check her out if you guys haven't already, and don't forget to check out her half of the video. I will have everything linked in the description, so definitely don't forget to check it out so you guys can find all of the links there. But here you will see the shape of the house is starting to come together, and my idea for the shape of the house was to do a very traditional farmhouse, or at least what I think of as a traditional farmhouse. And I tried looking at pictures on Pinterest for ideas, but I didn't find anything in particular that suited the idea that I had in mind, so I kind of mashed a couple of them together and made some of it up. So it's kind of an interesting shaped house, I think, but overall I do really like it. I like the balconies, the color scheme of course I really enjoy, but the roof line gave me a really hard time. I struggled with it for quite a while, especially this side of the house that I'm working on right now. I mess with it a lot, and in the end it's okay. I think it works with the house, but it's not, I don't know, it's not perfect. I think I could have messed with it for a lot longer and probably made it look a little bit better. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but after I uploaded it and shared it with Ellie, I was like, oh, I'm not really sure if it's my best or if I really like it. But yeah, I think it's okay, but at certain angles I feel like it looks a little bit awkward, but maybe it's just me and maybe I'm overthinking it or something. But either way, I do really like the shape of the house, and the landscaping, I absolutely adore the landscaping, and the barn area I think is so cute. I have a garden with the scarecrow that came with seasons. I think his name is Patchy, if I remember correctly. I haven't used him in a really long time, so I was happy to use him here. And then there's also this natural pond area that I thought was so cute. I tried to make it look as natural as I possibly could, so of course it's not a natural pond, it's a pool, but I tried blending it in with terrain paint and landscaping to make it look as natural as possible, and I really like the way that turned out. And then other than that, there is a play area with a swing set and I think a kiddie pool, a barbecue area, and then I did decorate all of the porches and stuff too, so you will see there's some seating areas, some yoga mats, some like potted plants, and a few other decorations. I think I got the flower arranging table and maybe something else that I'm forgetting, but yeah, I really like the way the porches came together. I've been like obsessed with them lately. I want to like add wraparound porches on every single build for whatever reason. I can't get enough of them, so I definitely had to include one here because I feel like it really suits the whole farmhouse vibe. It makes it feel like a real farmhouse, so I really like the way that turned out. But here I'm just messing with the balcony and the windows. Here the roof is kind of overhanging a little bit too far, so if you guys can notice that, I do fix it here in just a moment, but I'm just adding some window boxes with flowers. Again, not trying to overdo that. I've mentioned it a few different times in builds, how I've been trying to not add flower boxes on every single window, because that's how I used to do it, and I feel like maybe that's a little bit overkill and maybe makes the house look a little bit too busy. I don't know if I completely agree with that, but that's how I've been feeling lately. But on some houses, I absolutely love window boxes and want to put them everywhere. But for whatever reason, I felt like that looked a little bit nicer on this build. But over here, I am building the barn, and I love the shape of this barn. It's so cute. I tried to keep it kind of small, and I thought that was so adorable because it kind of reminded me of a garden shed. You know those ones that you will see at like a home improvement store that look like a barn, but they're actually a garden shed. I am so obsessed with those. I think they're so cute, and I want one in real life, like really bad. So I was so happy that this kind of looked like one, and I just love the shape of it. I love the shutter doors, and these window boxes that I used came from Get Together, but they have that Tudor detail on them, and that kind of makes it look a little bit more barn-like to me. And then the windows that I used at the top, they came with cats and dogs, but those also give it more of a barn look, at least in my opinion. So I think that came out really nice. And then there's a little porch on the front. And then here I am starting with the fence. So I do this a lot. I have mentioned it a few different times, how I really like to break up these hedges and the fence instead of doing one or the other around an entire lot. Breaking them up, to me, I feel like just looks a little bit better and kind of more natural, like it's more built into the landscaping, which I really like. And here I'm starting with the pond area, so you'll see that I'm using the pool tool so your Sims can actually swim in the pond. And I also go in at the very end of the video and place one of the fishing signs so your Sims can fish here. And the fish actually spawn in the water because the fishing sign, it's like a certain distance away from the sign that the fish spawn, but you'll see them like swimming around and they'll jump through the water. It looks so cool and so natural, especially with like all of the landscaping around it. And I tried making the watercolor look natural too. We do have a few different options in the game, but the one that I actually went with is the sparkly one that came with Get Together, instead of doing any of the murky waters or the brown water that I think is really gross. But what I did was, so I used the sparkling one, and then I switched the sides of the pool to black and the floor to black, and I feel like that makes it look like more like clean and natural looking. I even do that in most of my swimming pools, even if I'm trying to make them not look natural, because I feel like the water just looks so good. So I do that a lot. But here I'm just placing some of the landscaping around the sides of the house. I pretty much place all of the same plants over and over, but I really like the way it looks. I feel like it looks really natural, kind of overgrown, but still taken care of, which is one of my favorite ways to landscape. And you will see that most of the terrain paint is laid out, but it doesn't look very good right now, so I do blend it in quite a bit more here in just a little while. I just wanted to lay it down so I knew exactly where everything was going to go, but I just blended in more. I thought about putting concrete around the build as pathways, but I decided to do the pebbles because I wanted it to look more natural, more blended in like the landscaping and everything, and I wanted more freedom with it too, because with the concrete, you're restricted to the grid system. Even though you can go quarter tile and you can kind of work around the grid system, you're still a lot more limited. So I felt like the pebbles worked so much better. And these white trees that came with cats and dogs, I was absolutely obsessed with them on this lot. I forget exactly what they're called, but I used them a few different times, but I especially really like the one that I sized down and put right next to the house. It's so cute. And then the one over by the pond, it kind of like drapes over it. I think it looks really pretty, and I feel like I don't use those trees enough, so definitely really liked using them here. And then back here is going to be the outdoor dining table. I used this 6-seater round dining table that came with backyard stuff. I absolutely love this table. I use it all of the time, but I definitely felt like it worked really nicely in this build. And also I used a lot of backyard stuff throughout this entire build. I think every decoration that I put on the porch to the barn is from that pack, but it worked so nicely with the color scheme and the style that I was going for. So absolutely loved it here, but things will look different if you don't have that pack, but I definitely recommend that pack. It's one of my favorites. Even though it's a stuff pack, I feel like it came with so many really good items. Like the kids stuff in that pack are really nice. It comes with the slip and slide, which I really do like, but it's kind of big and hard to use. But on this lot, it would work perfect because there's so much grass area. And that was something I really wanted to do, because since we were going for this farmhouse theme, I wasn't sure if I wanted to go for a bunch of like crops with a bunch of landscaping, like full of fields of flowers. I think that would have been really pretty, but I wanted to leave it more open. That way, if you wanted to use some of that larger equipment that we have in game, you'll have plenty of space to do that. Like you could use a rocket ship or the giant telescope, one of those giant jungle gyms. There's so many different things, but I also wanted to leave it open. That way your Sims could play with their dog if you wanted to, because I've actually gotten a lot of requests to do more like open grassy areas in some of my builds. So I was trying to keep that in mind in this one, but also if we get more animals in the future, you'll have places to add those, because I really want more animals in the game. I'm hoping that we get a farming pack that has like chickens and cows and pigs and sheep and horses, and llamas would be so cool, or alpacas, something like that. But for whatever reason, I really want chickens in the game. That's one of the animals that I think of the most when building like farmhouse type builds. Or rabbits, that would be so sweet too. So I'm really hoping that we get a farming pack. There's been a lot of speculation about what the next pack is going to be, and there's been a lot of rumors and leaks and stuff about a tropical world, which I'm definitely really excited for. But farming is something I really want to, and university, and so many other things. I feel like I could probably, think of way too many things that I would be really excited for, but definitely a farming pack. But over here I'm placing the mailbox, and I've used this mailbox a ton. It came with cats and dogs, but this one in particular I thought was so perfect for this build because it's a cat, and I think that's so cute, but it also has like a really light pink paw print on the side, and it just tied in really nicely with the pastel color scheme that we were going for. So I just adored that so much. But here I am starting to decorate the back porch, and I have a seating area here. I just used these couches that came with perfect patio. I have a coffee table with this lemonade pitcher. This also came from Backyard Stuff. I use it almost in every single build, sometimes multiple times. It's one of my favorite items, and I just put a few potted plants around, a few lanterns, and I also use one of those watering cans that's been turned into a planter. I placed it over here on that table. I thought that was really cute. And then a basket decoration in this corner, and I think that's basically it for this lower porch. And then up here on the balcony, I have a couple of yoga mats, and I love the idea of the Sims being able to do yoga up here and like look out into the distance and the farm fields and like the great views. I also really like the idea of them doing it by a swimming pool, so you could probably move them down by the pond if you wanted to. But that's it for those two porches. Here I just added a little bit more landscaping, and then I put the flower arranging table here with some watering cans and a few items next to it. And then other than that, on the porch, I think I get another seating area, a few more flower pots, and then also this bench that came with cats and dogs I think is so cute. I thought it looked really nice here, and it definitely like looked very farmhousey to me, so I thought it worked perfectly over here. But this is basically it. I'm just making the final few touches, and then we are on to the screenshot. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and don't forget to check out Elliandra's half of the video. It will be linked in the description, and don't forget to check out her channel in general because she is an amazing Sims 4 content creator, an amazing person, and I definitely think you guys would like her channel. So a link will be in the description and in the end cards so you guys can find it really easily. But yeah, this is it for the build, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare, and I wanna take you there. I would give it all away to do it all again. Make our love a story that would never